In this question 6 of a polynomial equation, where you're supposed to find unknown A, B, C, basically you will need to compare the coefficient of all the various unknown terms. For such question, a good guide will be always start by comparing the coefficient of the degree term, meaning the one with the highest power. After you're done with that, please compare the constant. If it's easy, step number 3, when all this fail, please always substitute convenient values such that the bracket term will be equal to 0. Make the bracket term be equal to 0 and substitute it inside the equation. Well, when all fails, please use convenient value like when x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, etc. and put it inside your equation so that you can solve for the unknown. Okay, I'm going to keep all these 4 steps by the side. Remember, start with the degree, compare the constant term, make the bracket term equal to 0, substitute convenient values inside. Okay, with that, let us get started. First thing, let's see if we can compare the degree. It's very obvious the degree in this case is 3. So the coefficient of x cubed, in this case on the left hand side, is equal to 2. Now, take a look on your right hand side. Which are the terms that will allow us to get x cubed? Ax multiplied by x multiplied by x, and there are no other terms that will allow us to get x cubed anymore. So in this case, it's very obvious a must be equal to 3, and we are done for the first one. Next, moving on, let us compare the constant. Okay, I'm going to do the constant now. Notice on your left hand side, the constant that you have is -5. On the right hand side, if we were to compare our constant, you need a b multiplied by 3 multiplied by 1 plus another c over here. So it's not so straightforward. You do not get the answer immediately. So I will ignore part 2. Move on to part 3. What are some of the values that will allow our bracket terms to be equal to 0? If you can see, very clear cut, when x is equal to -1, the term over here would be equal to 0, meaning this whole term would be equal to 0. Let us substitute that value inside. So you will have 2, -2 plus 3 plus 14 minus 5. This will be equal to c, and c, in this case, if you do some simple calculation, it will be equal to 10. There you have it, the value of c. Now, even if we were to make x is equal to -3, we will only be able to find out the value of c. So it's not so useful. Now come to step number 4. For convenient values, please use x is equal to 0. Substitute x is equal to 0 inside. On your left hand side, you will have -5. On the right hand side, taking note that you have values of a and c found, I will have b times 3 times 1 plus 10. So 3b in this case will allow me to get -15. So b in this case must be -5. And there you have it. By following the 4-step approach which I have just shared with you, it will be easy for you to find your unknown.